is new and exciting with you? I'm zmoT. Today is the Crab Shadow Day. Yes, I realize it's also War Factory Day, but let's be honest, that pales in comparison to the Crab Shadow. Crab Shadow is here one day, 12 hours away, standard timing. So that means it's going to be Thursday at 10 or 11 p.m. my time. I will be doing a live stream. No, just backing up a sec. I just want to throw a shout out to Mr. Hellcat. Sometimes this game reaches beyond the keyboard, and Hellcat went above and beyond and helped out a fellow boomer. So I just wanted to throw a huge shout out to Mr. Hellcat for that. Moving right along, let's look at War Factory. Where are you, War Factory? Let's see what you've got for us. Okay, so lots and lots of rocket launch. We can have a lot of fun with this one. This is the standard level 45 War Factory that we have to beat with a bit of a twist. This rocket launcher we will probably remove, this one right here, because it's probably going to be a bit of a pain. This one less so, because we're going to come over into this general vicinity, and let's just use a bunch of universals. This should be very, very easy. You know what? I'm going to double tap these. I mean, we might as well. These shield gens are a bit beefy. You could BART those out in 2 attacks and then just hit core if you really wanted to. That probably would be a very good option. Shock blasters over here are going to make Everspark difficult due to Everspark bugs, but that is not a big concern. If you really want to do that, just BART these out. We won't be doing that because then we wouldn't get to use Everspark, and she would get lonely and sad. As always, this is going to be an XP46 unboosted clear of the War Factory. Need to get my sculpture working here. I am very powder poor on this account due to shards. Shards, I have nightmares about shards. Grappler, not an issue. So really all we need to worry about is these 2 rocket launchers and then all of this stuff up here. So we'll try to keep that simple, and let's go. So first of all, I'm going to clear these 2 boom mines. I don't think you actually have to do that, but I just want to be super cautious, and we will mark this what's that thing called, rocket launcher, because it's closer. Should we do that? You know what, let's do this. Let's go like this and like this. The Grappler Express. Oh no, so don't do that. Don't use the Grappler Express, because, and if you do, just maybe do it smarter. I did not even see these 3, so we're off to a bad start. Maybe you want to drop over here, but then boom cannons will be in range. Oh man, the Grappler grabbed her out of smoke even. So we are behind the 8 ball. Let's, what do we do now? What do we do now? Did not plan for this terribly well. Let's just barrage this rocket. What do I want to barrage, actually? Let's barrage. Oh man, let's barrage this shock blaster. This shock blaster is off to the one side. I don't really want to have to go over there, so I'm going to start out by barraging that. I have the barrage, what is that thing called, tribe, so I'm going to try to use more barrages than artilleries. This will be interesting. Maybe not something you want to try. See, that serves me right for trying to be fancy. I cleared the boom mines and then tried to get past them with Everspark and did not scout properly. Pretty standard issue stuff for me. So we've damaged at least 1 rocket launcher. That's good. I'm also going to damage this rocket launcher, marking for the win. That way we can come up for this rocket launcher and then clear the other ones. No troops. I'm not going to drop any troops on this one. Okay, so we got a bit of catching up to do. That was not a great start whatsoever. Let's scout quickly. Are there no lasers on this one? This is the first War Factory I can remember without lasers. And we've drastically simplified our Everspark approach to the left side by getting rid of that shock blaster. So that's a good thing. We're making some lemonade. Oh, that was not a good start. That's probably the worst start I've had on War Factory in recent memories. Let's go like this. Everspark's gonna walk and walk. Good start. I was tempted to do the Ninja Universal Remote, but let's not do that. Anytime that she's very close to the edge of the smoke, You can sometimes just do a double tap without having to re-smoke, or without having to even throw that smoke that you're under right now, but I don't really want to mess with that after our first attack. So, there we go. Probably going to get pulled over here. Nope, didn't even make it. So, 2 rocket launchers down in balls of flames, literally. There we go. So, now we need to use some more GBE. I'm going to get rid of that other shock blaster, or try to, because if we can get rid of the shock blaster, that will make our Everspark attack way easier next hit, because shock blasters are a bit buggy when it comes to Everspark. If you're not aware of what that is, if Everspark uses a flare and then is hit by a shock blaster, she just starts walking the flare, and it's terrible, terrible, terribleness. That's the official Boom Beach term, in case you were unaware. I feel like we're making good headway, though. We've got lots and lots of damaged things. We've got that shock blaster on life support, and a nice hole on the left-hand side. So, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Let's get rid of that. I'm going to add a boat or 3 of... I'm going to add some rifles. Rifles will be very, very helpful. Anytime you're going against single-shot defenses like sniper towers or cannons or boom cannons, use some rifles. They will save your troops, and it will be magical. Let's get going like so. Okay, so... Next up, we need to clear this left side. Hopefully we can do a whole bunch of that on... There we go. So, no shock blasters. This has just made this attack so much easier. I'm pretty happy that I failed that first hit. That's just totally trying to be optimistic at this point. But that should get us there in 3 smokes, I think. Actually, maybe not. I think she's going to step out. I'm going to throw this smoke right about now. Hacking. Look at that. That's called the Ninja. It works extremely, extremely well, but you have to be ready for it. And my smoke was like milliseconds from being too late, so we got a little bit lucky there. There we go. Clearing some rockets. Let's get rid of the shock launcher next, because I think we can... Uh-oh, I'm going to have to double tap here, because otherwise we're not going to have enough GBE to re-smoke. Actually, you know what? Let's let Everspark die. I think we can do a whole bunch of clearing. Oh, Everspark's not going to die. Look at that. That's kind of funny, actually. Look at this. Look at this. In the blind spot of all the rockets. And her critters are keeping her alive. Nope, there goes the blind spot. See, her critters actually triggered that left rocket launcher. If we can... Oh, could you imagine if we could have cleared all that? That would have been awesome. So now you see where I want to bring troops. What do we want to do with the troops is the question. I think it's actually cheaper to BART this out. Let's find out. Whether or not you want to BART this rocket launcher, or just... You can actually shock all 2, 4, 6 of them with 1 shock, I believe. So maybe you want to do that. I'm just going to do super simple mode and go like this. Oh, I didn't get it down. I wonder if we can get 2 GBE somewhere. Like right about here. There we go. That's what we're after. So I'm going to hit retreat once just to get the retreat loaded. And as soon as that artillery comes in, we'll clear that rocket launcher and then retreat. There we go. Fairly simplified. At this point, I don't see any way that we can fail unless I get a disconnection or a phone call. Please knock on wood. And hopefully that doesn't happen. Now, do we shock the rocket launchers? What's the best way to do this? A lot of you have difficulty smoking the shore, so we're probably better off not smoking the shore right away. I'm going to do this the total simple way, because I feel like that's probably going to be easier for some people. So let's go like this. I'm going to just drop like this, and then we're going to shock like this and shock like this. My shock was a little bit late, but we've got enough shocks that we can clear this shore fairly easily. Keep these machine guns deactivated. Get 1 more shock back here, and I'm a little bit late again, but I feel like that's an easier way to do this without having to worry about smoke. And then we'll simply just shock right in here, and we should be good to go at this point. Should be able to clear all of this stuff. I got 1 more shock ready, and we didn't have to use smoke once. So a lot of you struggle with smoke. That's why I did this realistically better just to smoke past those machine guns and take out these with smoke. but you don't need to use smoke for this War Factory. Very, very easy War Factory today, and I figured I would try to show the no smoke approach, just because the number one problem people seem to have with War Factory is smoke. So if you're not comfortable with smoke, no smoke needed for this War Factory. Different, strange, but it seems to be working. Our rifles are out front taking single shots from those snipers. Our, what are those things called? Critters are out front distracting as well. And so we're in a pretty good spot. I could use this universal remote, which would probably get rid of this sniper or possibly this boom cannon, but then we're going to put Everspark in danger. So we're just going to sit here, and hopefully this will burn the shield down. I'm going to retreat with a few seconds left on the core, just because I want to see how big the shield was, but obviously you don't want or need to do that. So pretty easy War Factory. Actually, probably the easiest War Factory I can remember. The fact that this is the HQ, the War Factory 45 sort of shows how easy this was. So you can take this out. If you are XP 37 or higher, that's the lowest possible required to have Everspark, you can take this out. Even if you don't have Everspark, just use your GBE, create a hole, you should be good to go. I mean, we used 4 attacks. That's our first troop casualties, I think. Let's have a quick look, because I've already forgotten. See, like, we've only lost a couple troops, and that was just because I didn't use any smoke whatsoever. Let's check out the health of the shield, because I completely forgot. So the shield was 1.5 million. Not bad whatsoever. The core is about as healthy as it was. We've taken off about 55,000 health off of it. Now, same thing here. We don't need to use any smokes at all to finish this off. We're going to BART out this machine gun just to make it even easier. 1, 2, should get it down or very close to down. There we go. So now it's just a matter of dropping the rifles out front, dropping the Zookas and Everspark in behind, and then we'll shock this, what is that thing called? Sniper tower. And then we'll run back into here. As soon as it's about down, we'll shock one more time. And now it's over. It's done. We could close the app right now and it would be over. Not your prettiest War Factory, but I figured I would try to make this as simple as possible, because I know a lot of people struggle with smoke. And although War Factory is a great place to practice, give it a shot on Dr. T. Dr. T is the best place to learn how to smoke. Actually, I guess the second best. Friendly challenges are the best, but Dr. T is another great option. Let's put a smoke over here just to save a few of our troops, because that boom cannon's going to be a bit annoying. And down it goes. Oh man, I used a smoke. The first time I have ever done War Factory without smoke, and I throw a smoke. So there goes that clickbait title. Nonetheless, I hope this helped you, just to show that you don't necessarily need smoke for your troops. I guess I did use smoke for Everspark as well, so there goes that idea. Nonetheless, very easy War Factory, going down with XP46 unboosted. My first attack was a complete waste of an attack, so basically 4 attacks that were not awful. Nonetheless, the Crab Shadow is here. Once more, a big shout out to Hellcat. I believe it's, I think it's Hellcat 77. Yes, it is Hellcat 77. Well done. Greatly appreciate your effort inside and outside the game, and thanks for coming in. That's it. That's all. Talk to you soon. Hit me up in the comments if you have any questions whatsoever. I'm zmoT. Thanks for coming in. Peace.